You're watching Let's Chat.
No one ever wants their home to catch on fire, but we do know that one of the first things that we need to do is shut our interior doors. But honestly, that is the last thing that we think about when we're in the situation. So here to help us out and make that a little bit more second nature is a couple gentlemen with a brand new invention called Lcfri hinges. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so first off, introduce yourselves. You're not from here, we can tell, but we're excited to have you.
My name's Jeff Tita. I'm the inventor of the Lcfri door hinge. I'm a retired New York City fireman.
My name is Keith Palumbo. I'm the Vice President of Lcfri Door Hinge. I kind of get the ball rolling with getting us to live burns and testing the product out there. And we met Chief Von Dusen, and he helped us get a burn in Cleveland, Tennessee, and we're doing that tomorrow.
Right, and Chief, you're from here, but
I'm Deputy Chief of the Cleveland Fire Department, and we were doing a training burn anyway, and the timing just worked out to where we could include these guys' product and make it work with what we were doing.
It worked out great. So tell me about the product and why it's important.
Well, it's a door hinge that replaces the top hinge in a door. It's only one hinge operation. You take your old hinge out, you put the new hinge in, and it works like a regular door hinge. Opens and closes, you know, you never know it's there, but in a fire, at a predetermined temperature of around 117 degrees, a material releases and engages a spring and closes the door to contain the fire.
So it's going to close it automatically.
Automatically close the door.
And so Chief, talk us through why this is so important.
Sure, we want to keep a fire small, obviously. And so the State Fire Marshal's Office in 2014 started the Close the Door campaign here in Tennessee. And the premise behind it is if you close the door, it compartmentalizes a fire. And fire takes the path of least resistance, so if you kind of put a barrier in the way, it'll keep the fire small and give us more time to get there and put it out, if you will. So the end result of that is the life-saving potential there. So we, you know, if you close the door, if you can't get out, if you can close the bedroom door, it buys time for a rescue to take place.
And you were telling me earlier about the temperature difference, you know, with that door being shut.
So we did a burn in Pittsburgh as well, and within a minute of the ignition of the couch, the temperature ramped up to 1,000 degrees in the hallway.
Wow.
The door closed, and then at bed height, in the room that the door closed, it was only 80 degrees. So that's a tenable situation for anybody who's in there. So the hinge itself activates, but what it does is it provides an area of refuge for the occupant. So if you have small children, a lot of people like to leave their door open for, you know, their children so they can hear them, you know, if they get out of bed, if they're sick or whatever. But it's the worst thing you could do. What you're actually doing is creating a flue, and the smoke and everything goes right into their room. But with the hinge, that'll stop that, and it'll provide an area of refuge for them and compartmentalize the fire. So with a regular hollow core door, just a regular, you know, cheap hollow core door, this hinge will provide between 10 and 20 minutes of extra time behind that door. So if you have a small child, they know to stay there, and the fire department will pull up to a smaller fire, and they'll get them through the window or through the interior. And with a solid core door, you're talking almost a half an hour of time, which is huge amount of time in a fire.
That does, because response times are pretty quick. They fall, you know, usually under 10 minutes or so.
Exactly.
So that makes a world of difference. And you mentioned that the firefighters will rescue either through the window or through through the interior. So the door can be reopened if needed.
It's ADA compliant. It's about two pounds of pressure to open it, you know, once it does go off. So it's not like you can't open the door again after that.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, you may be familiar with the in-home sprinkler system that you can get, but this is a little bit better option as far as affordability goes as well.
Very much so. Sprinkler systems are in the thousands of dollars. Especially retrofit is even more. And then you also have the potential of it falsely going off and having water damage. And if it does go off, you still have water damage. Our product will achieve the same thing, which is compartmentalize a fire. And that's what a sprinkler system isn't made to put out a fire. And I'm not bashing sprinkler systems at all. I think, you know, they're very good.
Ideally, we would have both, right?
It should be a comprehensive plan. It shouldn't be just our hinge. It shouldn't be just sprinklers. It shouldn't just be smoke alarms. It should be everything to have a comprehensive plan, and that goes with an evacuation plan as well.
Absolutely.
So if you have all that stuff, I think it increases safety a lot.
All right, so where's the best place to get a little bit more information on the product or to purchase the product?
Well, you can go to lcfridoorhinge.com, And we're projecting to retail this for $30 to $35.
Okay.
So, you know, it's a very small price to pay for another level of protection in your home.
Absolutely.
You know, we have smoke detectors. You know, cars have seat belts. They also have airbags now. So just another layer of protection for your family.
All right, less than $100 almost for the average home.
Yes.
All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us and introducing this product to this market. We're excited that it's available for homeowners. We all know the importance of that. And Chief, thanks for joining us this morning as well. We'll talk to you guys again soon when you're back in the area.
Great.
Awesome.
Thanks for
All right.
having us.
Stick around
That's
with us.
ceasefiredoorhinge.com.
All right, perfect.
Thank you.
Ceasefiredoorhinge.com. All right, we'll talk to you all again soon. Stay
All
with
right.
us on Let's Chat.